Yeah, g'day. Welcome back to Wolf NZ Outdoors. Once again we're back out at Kahuterawa Reserve, and I've got my son Tangwan out here with me. Hello. And we've got 3 hammocks to play around with today. We've got my old DD travel hammock bivvy. We have my recently arrived Ticket to the Moon, which arrived last Friday, so not yet a week ago. And we also have a Onewind 11-foot zipper hammock in olive drab UK, or olive green UK coloration, and we're going to try all of those out today. Okay, so we've already put my DD tarp up. We've got the first one we're going to use is the Onewind 11-foot zipper hammock. Brand new, as you can see, haven't even opened it before. These are the 2 straps that come with it. This is a simple, basic idea. You put it round the tree, okay, so the Onewind has these metal buckles, cinch buckles, to place this through there, bring it up, through there, and then just adjust it up like that, or back like that, as required. It's got an end mounted stuff sack, so you just feed it out of the stuff sack, keeping it off the ground. Come to the other end. Now the hammock is ready to be adjusted to whatever sag is appropriate. This once again has a adjustable structural ridgeline in the middle of it, and this is considerably longer than my tarp. That's the rough and ready method for measuring roughly 30 degrees. So that's roughly 30. Okay, this came with a couple of extras. First thing that was included with it is this stuff sack, which clips onto the ridgeline. It gets secured in place by one of these gear prussiks, which can slide along and lock. It means that you can unzip this bug net all the way back to this end and put it in the stuff sack out of the way if you don't want it. This I ordered specially. It is a gear bag, because this thing, a ridgeline organiser, it's got pockets in it and a place to put a drink bottle, and that can fit on here. Now, two things. One, I would rather have that end of the zip at my feet, and currently, since I like sleeping with my head to the left, it's in the wrong place. So this really needs to be hung around the other way, and while I do it, I'll put the pocket organiser and stuff sack onto the thing. Okay, so we've now swapped it round and put the additionals on there. There's the gear prusik you can hang your light from or whatever. There's the small, you can put a bottle in that. Apparently, I don't know that I'd want to put a bottle in here. I got clonked on the head by my mobile phone falling out of my gear organiser on the DD. I don't know that I want a kilo of water hitting me in the face in the middle of the night. Here is the stuff bag at the end, and it's on two gear plusiks, so you can slide it down and lock it into place so it's not going to go anywhere. And the idea of this is now if there's no bugs lurking around, you can enjoy lying in the hammock, which now should be our next test. Here we go, trying out a nice diagonal lay in the hammock, seeing how fat I can make myself. And this is not bad at all. It's not an asymmetric cut or anything like that. Doesn't have a pre-made footbox. This is a very nice fabric, feels very good. It's a lot more stretchy than the DD hammock. And I could do with tightening this thing up a bit, I think. This is now, what did the sag down on me?
Yeah, and you're lower to the ground due to how much weight it's on, so it's stretching a bit more.
Yeah. So, but, yeah, nice secure little pocket. As I said, don't know about putting a water bottle in there. So I'll start, might crush my glasses. For another, I tend to move around a lot in my sleep and wriggle around like this quite a bit, and that's just a recipe for disaster. Okay, so what we've done is tightened this up. I measured up what looked like about 83% of the length of the fabric. This has made this a lot firmer and tighter. I'm not sagging down when I sit in the hammock. It also sets the sag a bit more on the hammock itself, so I've got a lot more room to stretch out and lie diagonally. So I think this actually feels quite good. Quite a bit cooler underneath than the old DD, because the DD is double layer and waterproof, whereas this thing is a single layer of ripstop nylon. So I'd certainly need a underquilt to stop my bum from freezing during the night. Right, now having established that this end is going to be my head end, and these straps are never ever going back into the bottom of the bag ever again, because we don't do that, I am going to take this, cinch that around there, quick half hitch or two, and this is now perpetually attached to the head end of the hammock. Okay, this end sticks out of the bag. This is always the head end. The foot end is here inside the bag. Once again, the strap is just a simple tree strap with a daisy chain made out of Dyneema. Clip that on there and start feeding it out. Once we get to the other end, that may be all we need.
Bug nets are damn sight darker than the other one.
Yes. And in here we have, once again, the pocket, and it also has a hole through kind of one here. Apparently this doubles as the stowing thing for the bug net, so when you pull the bug net down to this end, you can stow it into the back of this. And there are drawstrings on each end to tighten it up if you so desire. This thing is so light it's turning into a hammock. Into a parachute. Which is kind of ironic because this is actually recycled parachute silk. Parachute nylon. So, if you're wondering why that's like a parachute,
it was designed as one before.
It's one of the good things about...
A bit lopsided, aren't you?
A little bit. But that being said, the feet higher than the head isn't a bad thing to go here. What we will do though is I may replace this system with some whoopee slings because there's not a lot of adjustability in daisy chains, short of tying extra knots. And once again we've now got the same problem, I think, where one end
is always going to be...
Oh, that's a bit better though, I think.
Yeah, that does look better. Yeah, definitely a lot more horizontal.
Once again, very lovely soft fabric. This is, as before mentioned, recycled parachute nylon. Very comfortable, very stretchy. I feel like I'm sitting on the ground here. Once again, this has an adjustable ridge line which I may pull in because this is still a bit of a bow, and I might want to put more sag into it. Okay, so we've now shortened the ridge line to 2.6 metres, which is 83% of the length of this hammock, according to my handy dandy calculator. Once again, this is a very comfortable hammock to lie in. very soft, very nice, quite a bit cooler than the DD once again because of the single layer of nylon. But all in all, this is a beautifully made hammock. Okay, here's my grand trunk daisy chains, which I bought to use instead of the DD hammocks webbing straps at the ends. I upgraded that once again because I didn't like the lack of flexibility in daisy chains, to adding some whoopee slings. Now, here's my hammock. Now my green is the head end. So, put on there. You see my homemade structural ridgeline and my larger than usual continuous loops at the end. And there. Put that up a bit. There. Again, check the thing for roughly 30.
Do you have to check both sides?
Yeah, generally yes. So it may well be that it doesn't matter. I don't know.
I mean, if one side's 30 degrees, shouldn't the other be similar?
Yeah, it could be. Yes. I don't know enough maths. I don't know maths.
Hasn't done math for like 40 years.
I'm here to fuck around with hammocks and not do maths. Stay back in town and done maths. That's the sleeve out of the way. Stops the hammock from turning into a parachute. And we have our bug net hooked up on the classics at the top. And there we go. And of course I've got a couple of stationary clips.
To hold the bug net.
Yeah. There is the old venerable DD hammocks, travel hammock bivvy. One thing I haven't put on are the two space spreaders for the bug net. There is a eye hole, like a buttonhole kind of thing there. Eye hole different from an A hole.
Well, for a start, they're on opposite ends of the creature.
They're on opposite ends of the hammock too. So now the spreader bars are in place, which helps keep the thing off. Up in here I have the ridgeline organiser, which I purchased separately from DD.
Is that the thing the thing fell out of?
This is the thing that my phone fell out of and clobbered me in the middle of the night, yes. To be fair, the phone was in one of those waterproof containers, so it's not the usual situation with the phone. Okay. And this does not have anywhere near the amount of stretch or sag that the others do. It's like sitting on a solid chair. The fabric feels very slick because it's been waterproofed, since this thing is designed to be used as a bivvy as well as a hammock. So you've got a double layer of waterproofing on the underside, but you'd still want to use a ground sheet as well to protect it. Now here we have Onewind trying out the Ticket to the Moon hammock.
Very comfortable.
Yeah. Bum's just above the ground there.
Oh yeah.
I think yeah, a couple of whoopee slings to make it a bit more adjustable, because we can't really go up one knot on this side without pulling it out of shape, and likewise the other. But we need to be somewhere like halfway between the two. You feel comfy?
Yeah, very. It's very relaxing. It's like holding onto a swing set.
Yeah. But yes, we've shortened the ridgeline down, and this still seems to be reasonably taut. And now here's Onewind trying out the Onewind 11-foot hammock. What do you reckon?
Very good. I'm liking the this thing here and the gear thing. Those could be very useful.
What I like is they're a lot higher in here than they are inside the DD hammock.
It's like you're kissing the ones in the DD, but in these ones, way above your head.
Yeah.
Also, this one's less inclined to turn over.
Yeah, it's a lot deeper. And yeah, not like you to punch it with a flailing arm in the middle of the night and upend it onto your head. It's again a very, very nice hammock. If anyone sees a couple of trees taking off across Kahuterawa Reserve attached to a hammock. Okay, that pretty much wraps up our experimenting with the hammocks. The Onewind is back in the bag, but the straps we're leaving out because I never put the straps in the bag with the hammock, because straps get wet and we don't want wet shit with the hammock. So it's signing off from Wolf and from Onewind. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.